Hello, it is FMC. I'm Jeremy. That is SP3. We're here. It is Monday after a long weekend to talk about sports, reality TV, everything but wrestling here on this wrestling channel. How you doing, SP3?
I am doing wonderful. We don't have a fantasy draft this week, so we can talk about everything that we put off
I got
last week.
beef with you. I have beef with you already. I mean,
what did I do? What did I do?
You sound like me when the fiance is like, we got an issue. I was like, what I do now?
That's how I am with my missus.
Yeah. Kids are always accusing me of shit. The ones always the littlest one's always trying to get me in trouble. Just like I just look at her wrong, and she's like, Jeremy did this. Like, fuck, what happened?
Very nice.
What you did was apparently you did a fantasy draft on True Heel Heat. You're like, this is the greatest fantasy draft I've ever been a part of. Less than a week after our fantasy draft, SP3.
Let me specify things. Twitter doesn't have an edit button. I meant to say the most fun I've had doing a fantasy wrestling draft. Okay. That was the most fun that I had. True Hill Heat 188 with myself and Top Guy JJ versus the ladies of Servant Face and Heels, Stephanie Hypes and Miss Chrissy Love. That was the most fun fantasy wrestling draft. Fantasy draft in general, last week was our best episode in my opinion, because the fact the strategic drafting that we did, this was like you needed to like watch like NBA draft, NFL drafts to get what we were going with our strategic, choices that we were making, people that were good in puzzles, the people that were good in endurance. Like we had the statistics behind it and everything. My statistician doing extra work before the show. So yeah, that was the best. See, I said most fun for True Hill. That was the best fantasy draft that's ever been done on YouTube in general, not just wrestling YouTube, in YouTube in general. That was the best fantasy draft. And we have the results as well of who the Twitterverse voted as the winner.
No, the results are a sham. I don't even know what they are, but I knew what they were like 12 hours into it, so I assume they didn't change much. And that once I saw that, it was just a sham because Share won based on name alone. Nobody looked at the teams. No one like broke this thing down the way they should have. They were just like, oh, Will and the white people. Ha ha ha. That's hilarious. And then so they just voted for her. They didn't actually look at the teams and how this thing was going to play out. So I do not acknowledge these results.
So I did, and this was a whole thread on my Twitter page. I even listed
these results for breakfast. I eat them. These are the results. I'm eating them.
I'll give the teams once again. GM Jeremy Lambert of the Alliance to End SP3 Media had the team of Phil Lindsay, Denise Salcedo, Maggie, Connor Casey, Haley, Colin Tesler, Carlos Toro, and Caden. GM Cher Delaware of the Will and the White People.
That's a great name.
The fact that she was thinking of not doing that, and we had to like tell her like, no, go with that. That's the best name ever. She chose Will Washington, Sean Rossap, Steven Jensen, Tim, Kylie, Jarrett Bailey, Rob Wilkins, and Joel Pearl. And GM SP3 of the Blue Barracudas got Kate, Righteous Reg, Romeo, Alice Pulaski, Kyrian, Krista the Star, Alex McCarthy, and Robert DeFelice.
All these teams are garbage except for mine.
You're ridiculous. And this is why you're mad. And 252 people voted. Thank you, everyone who voted on my Twitter page for this. Who won the first MTV The Challenge Fightful Fantasy Draft with 48% of the vote, Will and the white people was declared the victor.
Based on name alone.
With 29% of the vote. And I guess like if this was for $550,000, and the first place team got 300,000, and the second place team got 200,000. The Blue Barracudas, we got $200,000. Thank you, Jimmy Van, for fitting the bill. And the third place team that gets no money because they're third place team, which is last place, the Alliance to End SP3 Media.
People just don't like me, SP3, which I don't blame them because I'm always starting shit on these shows. I fully understand why. But of the three, I am the least likable of us three. Everyone likes you. You're a very likable person. I mean, people have...
On this show, at least.
Yeah,
sometimes. Show. When I'm not talking about the Lakers.
Everyone likes Cher. He's very nice. People don't like me, and so they're going to vote against me. They don't understand that I'm building a challenge team here, right? This isn't, I'm not picking people. I'm picking the best people, and I'm picking strategically. I don't have all your favorites on my team. I didn't take Sean Ross Sapp with my first pick or anything. Like, oh, it's Sean. Everybody's going to vote. They see Sean's name. They're just going to vote for him. Will Washington. I would have taken him first. Cher had the first pick. But Will Washington gets taken. Everyone loves Will. I didn't pick your favorites just to pick your favorites. Denise is very divisive. I don't know why. I feel like everybody should love Denise Salcedo. She said today people are always mad at her. I don't get it. I'm picking a challenge team. And I picked the best one, SV3. And for some reason... and I may have messed up. I didn't mess up. I may have messed up with my team name because it was targeting you, and people are going to be mad at that. I could have gone safe with my team name. No, I'm telling you how I'm playing this game, and people are mad at that. They're like Jordan,
as they should.
If Jordan just talked and didn't get to play, no one would like Michael Jordan. But then they see him play, and they're like, "This is the greatest of all time. Let us play." At the wedding, my hair is atrocious. At the wedding, we're going to play, and I'm going to ensure that I film these segments for victory. All the editing is going to be in my favor because I'm the one filming it, and it's my wedding. And I'm going to win when we put it on film, and then people are going to see, oh, yeah, Jeremy's kind of an asshole, but he wins. That's what's going to happen.
You know what's the funny part is that I didn't know you were referring to Michael Jordan. I thought you were talking to Jordan Wisely for a minute, and it's the same thing. He talked shit too. He talked shit too. You were right either way. That was the funny part with your rant right there. But no, I think that all the teams were very well rounded. Nope. I think that mine was the most well rounded, and nope. I had a mixture of popular figures as well as people that would just be tremendous at the challenge. Righteous Reg would be amazing at the challenge. Kyrian would be a genius when it comes to puzzles, physical challenges. I got the size and the girth of Alex Pulowski. I got the size and muscle of Alex McCarthy. I got the.
He wouldn't show up. You've gotta let go that Alex McCarthy is even showing up. Okay.
He would. He shows up for me. He shows up for me.
No.
You got Robert, who would be great at trivia. Righteous Red is great at trivia. Kate is great at trivia. You got Romeo, who's got the great social game. Krista's got a great social game.
There's only like one trivia challenge. Who cares?
So we got it. We won. We won with that team. With me, with Kate, with Righteous Reg. With Robert,
you don't even know what kind of trivia it is.
I'm good at any type of trivia, except for hockey. You would do that. You would do great at that round.
Could be Taylor Swift trivia. You guys are all fucked if it's Taylor Swift trivia. Me and Denise Salcedo are just gonna stand there and laugh at everybody.
That's like one round. That's like one round around.
That's all we need is one round, and everybody else is out, and me and Denise Salcedo win.
No, if one
round
person
is all
goes,
we need.
it's gonna be like the Challenge USA trivia where one person gets it wrong, they're eliminated, and then they move on to the next round.
That's fine.
That's how you do it.
That's fine. Could be comic book trivia. We got Phil's a big comic book person. We have a person who works for comicbook.com.
I do great at comic books. I do great. So would Righteous Reg.
One challenge. It's one challenge. Is all trivia is.
Yeah, we would do great at it. We would do great. Math. I'm a mathematician. That's something that people don't know on these shows. I'm a mathematician. You would be.
Are you like actually like legitimately good at math?
Yeah, I'm legitimately good at math.
Oh, okay.
That's why most of my jobs before I started doing this was anything like retail, when I would be able to like deal with money.
Oh, I'm terrible. I'm terrible at math. It's just awful. I'd be very bad at that. I don't know who'd be good on our team at math. Hopefully somebody knows some math.
See, you already lost. That's a big part.
Not worried.
Multiple different challenges. It's not just what you can't tell me trivia is one challenge. No, multiple challenges will be about math.
They got people like descend this building and then do math on the way down. Like, yeah, they'll just randomly throw math in like all of these fucking challenges. Go underwater and try to hold your breath for a minute. Also solve this equation while you're underneath the water. Yeah, math is a big part of the game. It's stupid.
Absolutely. See, we'd kill at that. But yes, we will see the wedding. There will be some bits, but we finally got some NBA to talk about on the show. It's been a few weeks.
I had to scrap for this NBA thing. I was like, what basketball? Oh, right. The Christmas schedule got released. All right, sure. Guess that's what we're going to talk about. Yeah, Christmas games, SP3. So we got Golden State against Memphis, Dallas against your Lakers, Nuggets against Suns, Knicks against Sixers, and Celtics against Bucks. Some of these are good. Some of these aren't so good. Let's rank these. Okay, SP3?
Okay.
Let's rank these. Number 5. What's the Christmas game that you're least looking forward
to? Wait. It's gonna be between the Knicks Sixers and the who's the Nuggets playing again?
Nuggets playing the Suns. You're just a hater of that game.
Okay.
You're a hater.
Yeah, that's just me just hating. That's just me hating. So yeah, it would be number 5 would be Knicks Sixers.
The Knicks being involved on Christmas Day is just the dumbest tradition in the world. Why? Why are you putting the Knicks on Christmas Day? I guess because it's New York. Like, I understand it from a market perspective. Honestly, though, no one wants to watch the Knicks on Christmas Day. They suck. I'm glad they got Jalen Brunson. They're a terrible team. You couldn't put anybody else on there. Where's Miami? Miami was the 1 seed last year. They couldn't make it. The Clippers are supposed to be good again this year. They couldn't make it. I mean, the Nets are probably going to trade everybody by Christmas, so I understand not taking that risk.
I would have if you want to be in New York, it should have been Nets versus Sixers.
But they're
that was the point.
Yeah, but you can't take that risk of like, here's the Brooklyn Nets with Joe Harris. Here we go. Joe Harris is coming up to play. Like, if they're not going to have Durant and Kyrie, like, it's tough to try to. Here's Tyler Hero and Joe Harris of the Brooklyn Nets. Like, that ain't great. So I understand that. You couldn't go with like the Pelicans. You couldn't put them on there with Zion. He's probably going to be hurt, but like, you put Zion on Christmas Day. They should love that. The league should love that.
Yeah.
You can't put my up and coming Thunder. I mean, they get smoked. But...
So you legitimately found a way to mention the Thunder. Like the Knicks, come on. The Knicks, it makes sense because it's Madison Square Garden. This is like a yearly tradition to have a Christmas Day game in New York at Madison Square Garden. The greatest place to be on Christmas is in New York. It makes sense. That's why I said the alternative should have been the Brooklyn Nets. Like you turn off trades like it's NBA 2K until after Christmas Day, and you make sure that Kevin Durant and Kyrie is on the team. I understand not wanting to take the risk, but the alternative is that we have to watch the Knicks on Christmas, and I don't want to watch that. Does the NBA realize that for an adult, especially like me that loves the NBA and basketball is my favorite sport, I don't even look forward to gifts on Christmas anymore because I got kids. I've had nephews for years. I care about, the reaction to the gifts that I'm giving, but I know nobody's going to give me a really good Christmas gift anymore. So the thing I look forward to the most is the NBA games. Like, this is for a good 10, 15 years. That's been my gift on Christmas Day, is whatever the NBA is giving me, and you're giving me crap to start off Christmas Day. 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. I'm waking up to Christmas, putting the crust out my eyes, seeing how my kids react to their Christmas gifts. They're going to be all happy, or now they're 2 years old, so they're just going to be ripping everything, and then they're just going to be like, move on to the next one. But then I have to wait an hour. I'm probably gonna be waking up 5 a.m 6 a.m with my kids, but I have to wait a few hours, and then the first game I get is the Knicks.
I don't think this is the first game.
It usually is, though. That's what it usually is. The Knicks is always usually the first game.
I think Boston and Milwaukee's first.
Okay, well, at least we got that. At least I can get one game to start the day, and then I can spend a couple of hours with my family without watching any NBA.
Yeah, but Bucks and Celtics is first, and then it's Sixers and Knicks. So they're just sticking it in the middle of the. I think football is starting by then. I'm pretty sure there's football at Christmas this year. So that was the whole thing that they posted about, that it's going against 3 NFL games. That's not wise to put the Knicks. That's another reason. It's not very wise to put the Knicks on, because people are going to choose the NFL over watching the Knicks play. You should be with your family instead of watching the Knicks. Okay? Don't watch them. The Sixers, fine. They got Harden. They got Embiid. I get it. They're going to be good this year. The Knicks, though. You couldn't put Miami. Come on. Just put Miami. Miami is a big market. Am I right? I feel like Miami's. They should
have one more announced game, because they usually don't have games the day after Christmas. So have one more announced game, an alternate game to put in. So if the Nets still have KD and Kyrie, the more interesting game is Sixers versus the Nets because of Harden. Being on the Sixers. That's a much more interesting game. So have the Nets on standby, be a week before you can announce that, we're moving the Knicks and Sixers game to March, and we're going to put the Nets and the Sixers on, because they still
I like this. I like this theory of having an alternate team just on standby in case somebody gets traded, somebody doesn't get traded, and it's you know what? Let's actually take you off of this game, and then we're gonna put the better matchup on there. I like this plan, SP3. I'm for it. You know what? If KD and Kyrie are still somehow in Brooklyn by the time Christmas rolls around, take the Knicks out of the game and put the Nets in there. This is what should happen. This is what David Stern would do. David Stern didn't give a fuck. He'd just rig everything to ensure the growth of the league,
and screw over the Lakers like you always used to do.
Yeah,
that's what he loved to do.
All right, what's number 4 on your rankings? What's the 4? I'm with you. That's 5 for me. I don't care. The Knicks are playing. Bam is very mad in the chat. It was the Panthers finish 0-17. It was the Lakers missed the playoffs again. He's a Knicks fan. He's very upset that we're trashing. He admits that they're trash. Come on, Bam. You can't admit that they're trash and then be mad at us. I get it. It's only I can trash talk my team. You can't. I get that. I understand.
I get that. I like that. I'm the same way. With my Lakers. I feel offended whenever somebody insults my Lakers, but I can insult my Lakers however I want. No one else can. So I understand where you're coming from, Bam. Number 4 for me is quite easy. It's the Suns and the Nuggets. I don't even think this game should be on the NBA docket for Christmas Day. These are two teams that are choke artists when it really matters in the playoffs. My Lakers might not make the playoffs, but when we go there, unless there's an injury to one of our top players, we play well. We don't choke like the Suns always do, and like the Nuggets do because of injury. So Nuggets and Suns is number 4.
Number 4 for me is the Lakers and the Mavericks because we have another team that did not make the playoffs last year. Big market bias from the league here. Oh, let's put the Lakers in there because they're the Lakers, even though they're a trash organization and they missed the playoffs last year. Like, I will say LeBron James should be on Christmas. I completely, at least the Lakers have some star power. At least the Lakers have some star power.
You legitimately are putting LeBron versus Luka behind the Suns and Nuggets?
Because the Suns and Nuggets are good basketball teams. They're good basketball teams. The Lakers have star power.
As I remember,
they're not a good basketball team.
As far as I remember, the last time we had the Suns and Nuggets on a main stage, the Suns swept them. The Suns swept them easily, brushed them aside. It wasn't even any close games in that series. And this coming from the guy that's always complaining, oh man, these playoff games is nothing but blowouts. You want to blow out on Christmas Day? You want to? You obviously.
That's what we're gonna get in Lakers. That's what we're gonna get in Lakers and Mavericks. No. We're gonna get a blowout.
No, we're not. No, we're not. Not with LeBron James and top five MVP candidate AD versus Luka and the Mavs. It's not happening.
Luka's gonna be like, where's Russ? Oh, there he is. All right, give me the switch. Luka goes around. Luka, where's LeBron? Where's old LeBron who ain't guarding nobody at 40 years old? Oh, there he is. Crossover. LeBron doesn't have the footwork to stay with. Luka's gonna drop 50 in a 20-point blowout against the Lakers on Christmas Day. Have fun with that, SP3. You get to watch the Knicks, the trash-ass Knicks in New York, and then you get to watch your team lose by 20 to not a very good Mavericks team, if we're being honest. This Mavericks team ain't very good, but they got the second-best player in the league who's going to drop 50. Have fun with that. Enjoy.
Man, Luka's going to win MVP. He's going to be the best player in the league. And LeBron James is the greatest player in his 19th season of all time. So all I gotta say is that you are preposterous saying that the Suns and the Nuggets is a more intriguing game than LeBron versus Luka. I'm not even saying Lakers versus Suns. LeBron versus Luka is the best one-on-one matchup of any of these games on Christmas Day. That's why the Suns and Nuggets are number 4. Now we can go to number 3. Number 3, I go.
We got to admit that LeBron James just he might be washed.
No. After the season he just had, are you kidding me?
I didn't recognize the season he just had because he wasn't playing long enough for me to watch him when it mattered. I'm glad he had a great regular season where they missed the playoff. Good job. Great season, LeBron. Put up them hollow numbers. That was the complaint about Russell Westbrook, right? Great numbers, great triple doubles. What'd you accomplish? Did it lead to wins? Did it lead to wins? SP3? Did all of LeBron James' great numbers? How many games did they win? How many playoff games did they win?
That's not his fault. That's not his fault. It's everyone. It just like if. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. That's all I will say. LeBron James did what he had to do last year. It's not his fault that his team did not make the playoffs. But we will make the playoffs this season.
Hey, SP3. Whose fault is it if it's not his fault? Whose fault is it?
Oh, it's Russell Westbrook's fault. It's always Russell Westbrook.
Who vouched for Russell Westbrook to come to the Lakers? Who was like, yeah, let's go get Russ? Who did that?
Let me specify. I am talking about LeBron James, the player. LeBron James, the general manager. That is someone different. We will call him Le Genius or Le Dumbass James. Le Dumbass James is the GM, Le GM, and we got LeBron James, the player. LeBron James, the player, did what he had to do, and he deserves no blame for it. Le GM, yeah, we'll give him some credit for Russell Westbrook being on the team, but Russell Westbrook gets 50% of the blame. Then we'll go 25% to Le GM. We'll go 15% to Anthony Davis because he was injured, and we'll go 10% to Frank Vogel.
I mean, he was the one. He constructed that roster. Hey, let's get Carmelo Anthony's washed ass. Let's get Dwight Howard. Let's get who else?
Dwight Howard was okay. Dwight Howard was okay.
What other old guy did they trade for that that LeBron vouched for? LeBron, bless this man, he boosted. This man is a grifter. He's a grifter. SP3. I don't actually know what this term means. I hear a lot of people say it though. He's a grifter, in that he's like, let me construct the worst roster ever, and I'll play great, and no one's gonna blame me for on the court. But it's the reason this roster is so bad is because I'm the one who wanted to make all of these trades. But I'm gonna play so great on the court that people are like, well, LeBron did his part. He grifted you, SP3. Congratulations. You got grifted by LeBron James. I'm just going to keep saying grifting. I don't know what it means, but I learned it.
Spell it.
Drift. You spell it like you spell drift, but with a G. Grift. Grift. What does this word mean? Have you heard this word?
Garrison.
You've heard this word,
Blake
right?
Griffin. All right, Blake Grifton.
Blake Griffin. Grift. Grift. Engage in petty, small-scale swindling. That's basically what he did. It is very petty and small scale. A little larger scale. It's NBA, but like that's what he did. It's all petty, small-scale swindle. He swindled everybody, thinking that he's still great as a player because the team around him was so bad. And LeBron James is the pettiest person in the league.
It doesn't matter what's going to happen in the game. There's a possibility LeBron James could set the all-time scoring record on this Christmas Day game, and you got it fourth on your list. This is going to be the most talked about game of Christmas Day, and you got it fourth on your list.
It's going to be talked about just because LeBron James is playing great.
Exactly.
I like LeBron James. I don't have any beef with LeBron James. I want good basketball games. I like LeBron. God. He's fine. You know I want Russ to succeed. You know, I love Russell Westbrook. I'm sorry that the Lakers are a trash organization that lucked into LeBron because he wanted to make Space Jam 2, and then they haven't done anything good before they got him, and then since they got him. I got a question for you.
What are you talking about? We were NBA champions.
That Mickey Mouse ring don't fucking count.
Oh, no. Don't give me that. Coming from someone who likes the team that has 0 championships, you cannot try to undermine our championship.
A real championship.
We're talking about
real
the NBA
championship.
Oh, real championship. Now we're changing sports. I got a question.
I got a legit question for you. SP3, I got a legit question for you. My friend asked me this. If LeBron James retired today, like he just retired today, his Lakers, he doesn't even have to retire. If he was just off the Lakers today, he signed somewhere else, whatever. His Lakers stint ended today. Is it a success or a failure in your mind? Like, do you think this Lakers stint is a success or a failure if he never plays another game? The Lakers. Don't look at like legacy, big picture. He's obviously not surpassing Magic, Kareem, Kobe, Shaq, and those guys. Like, don't look at legacy. It's just success, failure. Like, what do you think?
It would be a failure if we ended today.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're reasonable on that.
Yeah, I'm honest. I'm nothing but honest on here. But at the end of the day, his closest comparison to his time on the Lakers since 2019 is Kawhi Leonard going to the Clippers. And I'm sorry, that's more of a success. The Lakers is more of a success than those damn Clippers that you want to put on Christmas Day.
I didn't want to put the Clippers on Christmas Day. I just said they're not there. I don't want them on Christmas Day either.
Okay.
I don't want any basketball. You know what, SP3? I don't want any basketball on Christmas Day because I like to spend time with my family. And I don't want to just watch a bunch of sports all day. I'm making sure my fiance is listening to this. I want to spend time with her and the children and her enormous family. That's what I want to do. I don't need to watch basketball.
Hey, the best bonding to do with family is watching the NBA. I've had some of my greatest moments with my family watching the Lakers play on Christmas Day. I went to Kobe Bryant's last Christmas Day game in 2015 with my youngest nephew. That is a moment in our Christmas moment that we will never forget. So those are some of the best moments to have on Christmas Day. That's why I love the NBA on Christmas Day. And that's why you're preposterous talking about the Suns and the Nuggets is a bigger game.
Yeah, good basketball.
LeBron versus Luka. Oh, yeah. My God.
The two-time
right, so
MVP.
What's your third?
Suns and Nuggets.
I knew it.
What? What's wrong with that being third?
I know it. You don't have it. It's going to be such good basketball. You don't even have it in the top two.
Oh, the other games are really good. That's not a knock on Suns and Nuggets, but GrizzliesWarriors is really good, and Bucks and Celtics is really good. I'm supposed to have it in top two just to appease you? No,
because to appease your argument that this is some good basketball game.
It's better than the Lakers and Mavericks.
No, it's not. That's what
it is. It's better. We got the two-time MVP, Nikola Jokic, the best big man on the planet Earth.
Who chokes every time he's in the playoffs.
How are you going to say this man
matter?
chokes?
You want to see games that matter? Don't watch
SP3. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna prove a very big point to you. Okay, you're gonna be astounded at this point I make. All right, Nikola Jokic last season in the playoffs against the Warriors, against the 2022 NBA champion Golden State Warriors, with the second best player on his team being Aaron Gordon, probably. Okay, Aaron Gordon, who won the slam dunk contest.
Should be slam dunk champion.
Yeah, he didn't even win the slam dunk contest.
No,
who slam dunk contest like 15 years ago. All right, Aaron Gordon is his second best player.
It was just
15 years ago.
Like 5 years ago. It was 15 like 4 years ago.
15. All right. 31 points. 31 points on 56% shooting from the field. 57%. 57% shooting from the field. 5.8 assists because nobody around him could make a shot because his teammates trash. 13 rebounds. 31, 13, and essentially 6 on 57% shooting. 1.6 steals and 1 block as well. He was even playing some defense out there against the 2022 NBA champion Golden State Warriors. Are you not impressed by these numbers? If you're not, hold on, SP. Hold on. Don't. Because if you're not impressed by these numbers, let me compare them to the 2022 playoff statistics of LeBron James, who had 0 points, 0 assists, 0 steals, 0 blocks, 0 field goal percentage, because he didn't make the playoffs.
You done? You done now?
I've made my point.
Hey, this man that you're talking about, Nikola Jokic, who is this great player. Yes, great player. Game 1 against the Warriors, lost by 16 points. Game 2 against the Warriors, lost by 20 points. He made it close he made it close in his last 2 losses. I'll give him credit for that. He scored pretty big in those games.
What LeBron James did.
But let's look at the box score. Let's look at the box score for those games. He lost in game 3. He lost the 4th quarter by 15 points. He was going in leading and he choked. He's a choke artist.
Because he had to sit for 2 minutes and then they blew everything. I watched that plenty of times with Russell Westbrook during his MVP season. What did LeBron James do in the playoffs last year, SP3? What do you do?
Oh,
How good
so
was
we're
he?
gonna hold that against this man that most people have in the top 5 greatest players of all time.
He is
Top 5 greatest players of
He's
all
2.
time.
He's not top 5. He's 2 to me.
He
Like he's second.
He ain't 2 in my. He ain't 2 in my book, but
You're
he's
not
top
putting him over
5.
Jordan. Oh, okay.
Huh? No.
I thought
He ain't number 2. I said he's top 5. He said he's top 5. I said what I said. But I'm just saying. This is ridiculous. We're just gonna hold one playoff that he didn't make with circumstances that were beyond his control, and we're gonna hold that against him in year 18 of his career.
We're talking about today. We're not talking about year 8. We're not talking about his legacy and stuff. LeBron James, obviously, again, number 2 all time for me. Oh, I have no issues with LeBron James' legacy. We're talking about today, though. Bam is saying,
We'll see.
Can we get a 2K game? Jeremy SP3 with their dream players. Always keep up the great work, guys. Congrats on owner of Fightful. Jeremy, thank you. We appreciate it, man. We can play. You got 2K. Do you have PS5?
No.
Oh, well, go get that so we can play 2K. Just run out and buy one right now.
Just run out and buy one. That's what I'll get for Christmas. I'll get.
What would your okay?
PS5.
Okay, wait. Let's now we're gonna completely switch topics. All right, so okay. Dream players. What's your 2K team? Let's do like an all-time fantasy draft right now that we're playing 2K. All right, you can have the first pick. I'll give you the first pick. Who you got?
First pick. Give me Kobe Bean Bryant.
Okay,
all day.
I'm taking Jordan.
That's fine.
Okay,
that's fine. Give me LeBron.
That's good. Like LeBron's really good. I will take. There's a lot of good options. Like all time, there's like how many great players there are in like NBA history. Like there's a ton. I mean Kevin Durant. I used to use Kevin Durant all the time, and I still use him pretty frequently. But Durant's a beast in that game. I'll go Kevin Durant.
I'll take Steph Curry, the cheat code in 2K.
Yeah, he's not bad. He's okay. He's
okay. You can just launch threes from 48 feet and he'll hit it.
Yeah, he's okay. I thought about Steph. Like I use Steph like semi frequently, but yeah, he's good. I'll take Shaq.
Shit, I was gonna pick him next. Who can I pick? Damn, that really messed me up because I was really gonna pick Shaq. I was so gonna pick Shaq next. Give me Tim Duncan.
Okay, Duncan's fine. I can't say I've used Duncan like a ton, so but like he's Tim Duncan. He's good, right?
Yeah.
I think like who I use very frequently. Who's good? Oh, Magic. Give me Magic.
That's a good pick. Especially on Steph. That would be
Magic.
Happy birthday, Magic.
Magic is like a cheat code in that game because you can just terrorize the opposing point guard with his size and everything. Yeah, Magic's a cheat code in that game.
So what do I need? I need a center. Or I can run Duncan as center and then get a power forward.
It's your
I'll go with Giannis. Giannis at power forward.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. Your spacing might be a little off, but that's okay. Like you'll get.
I got spacing. LeBron can hit threes in that game. Soak it.
Yes, I mean you got Steph. You got Steph, but
I got
LeBron.
Steph. That's all I need for threes. I got the perimeter. I got the perimeter on lock. My defense is ridiculous. Like, come on.
You have Steph Curry. You can't say your defense. You can't say your defense.
Four of my guys are four of the greatest defensive players at their position of all time.
Okay, but you have Steph Curry and I have Magic Johnson. Like, I don't have a great defense. I have Magic, I have Jordan, Shaq, and Kevin Durant. All four of those guys are outstanding.
Shaq is lazy.
This is prime Shaq.
He ain't guarding Duncan in 15 feet. Trust me, I've seen it all those years. The Duncan versus
It's a
Shaq.
video game. A video game. It'll be fine.
You think I'm not hitting those 15-footers? I'm hitting those 15-footers all day.
I'll put him out there. I'll put him out there on him. Be fine. Be fine. Be all good.
Getting offensive rebounds with Giannis, even if I miss, because Shaq's out of the paint.
So I'm gonna play Magic. I'm gonna play Magic at point. I'm gonna play Jordan at small or at shooting guard. This guy's really good in 2K. Actually, kind of super underrated. Larry Bird at small forward, Durant power forward, and Shaq at center. Bird is so good in that game, and I've used him a lot. Like the shooting motion is, Bird's kind of unstoppable. I'm really good with Bird. So that's who I would go with because I'm very familiar with all those players and how they play, and yeah, I feel like I'm good on that. We gotta have like 6-man. I get first pick on like the bench draft. Stuff. This is where I'd just go like spacing stuff because just put Magic at point guard, back down whoever you have. Don't really care. 4 out, and I'm either getting to the paint easily or I'm kicking it out to a shooter and then just knock down stuff after that. You mean like Klay Thompson's a beast in that game because it's prime Klay. So like his defense is on point and like his shooting is obviously great. Like Klay is somebody I'd probably take. I don't know if I'd take him first, but I would definitely take him. I mean, if we're going to do a draft, I would take Klay. Like Klay would be my top 6-man because he's just guys that I've used a lot. If I've used them a lot and just are familiar with them, I'm more likely to take them, even if like they're not technically like nobody's actually like taking Klay over like Dwayne Wade. Like Dwayne Wade's a better player than Klay Thompson or James Harden. Yeah, but like I'm very familiar with Klay Thompson and I know his motion and everything. That's why I would take him.
Yeah, like if this was just like all-time teams, my favorite team to play with in 2K period is the all-time Lakers because that is just ridiculous. That is just a ridiculous.
Yeah, the all-time Lakers team is stacked.
That is just stacked with Magic, Kobe. Now it has LeBron.
That team's great, but I would actually be like fairly confident in. Again, it's all about like sort of like who you use a lot. Like I'd take all time OKC, Seattle, whatever. I've used Westbrook so much. Like I know people are gonna be like, oh, Russell Westbrook, like trash. And like, yeah, 2020, 2022, Russell Westbrook, not the best player in the world. Like we're talking prime Russell Westbrook in this game. And I put in so many hours using Westbrook on the Thunder that like I know what this man is capable of in this video game. And he is like, I can put up numbers with Russ, that numbers that actually leads to the win. And you give me Durant, like the center position kind of sucks. Like trying Kendrick Perkins or some shit trying to guard Shaq, which wouldn't work out too well. But like Durant, Westbrook, like Chris Paul. I logged a lot of hours with Chris Paul. Like I've gotten very familiar. He's actually very good in that game too. Chris Paul is a guy I'd probably take.
He is.
See, Bam has me winning. I would smoke SP3 in this game.
Man, Bam just still upset that I crapped all over the Knicks and I'm from New York, man. That's what he's mad about.
No,
you wouldn't. Who is getting rebounds? I'm getting all the rebounds. Offensive, defensive rebounds.
I'm not missing. I don't give a fuck about rebounds because I'm not missing.
You are missing because the defense is ridiculous on my team.
You have Steph Curry playing defense.
So what? Magic Johnson ain't no threes out there in these streets.
I don't need threes. I just back you down. Just back them down.
Yeah, back me down, and the help defense is there.
And then who's open? Who's helping? And then who you leaving? You leaving Jordan open? You leaving Bird open?
I'm leaving Shaq open.
Durant? You're leaving Shaq open in the paint?
I'm playing zone. I'm playing zone. That's why. I'm playing zone. I'm getting all the rebounds. I'm playing zone. Your inside game is going to be shut down. You can get Larry Bird for some threes. You can get Durant for some
automatic. That's automatic.
That's fine. I'm always going to have a hand in his face. Always going to have a hand in there.
Not on zone. That's
with
automatic.
The length. The length of my team is ridiculous.
That's automatic. If you're going to,
I'm just going to cross up. I'm just going to cross up Magic, step back 3 all day with Steph all day. Cheat code. It's like having Michael Vick in Madden. It's like having Michael Vick in Madden.
Michael Vick wasn't Madden.
Having Steph Curry in 2K is like having Michael Vick in Madden 04.
Oh, where
Madden
Steph
04,
down?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Michael Vick, Madden 04. That wasn't fair at all. I'm gonna wear Steph down. Just back him down every game. Sap his energy. He's not gonna be able to do anything. I'd destroy SP3 in 2K.
No, you wouldn't. We're gonna see. We're gonna test this theory out in the streets. But going back to the Christmas ranking, you said third. You have the stellar game between the Suns and the Nuggets. Stellar stuff.
Wait, do you have the Lakers? You have the Lakers third?
No, it's LeBron versus Luka. This is top two. This is how I do. I'm not gonna talk about this game and then not put it in the top two. But I'll go third. Boston and Milwaukee. I think it's gonna be a really good game. Boston and Milwaukee. It's gonna be a really good game. But I think Boston has this one in the bag.
This is a 7-game playoff series without Chris Middleton.
I know. But it's third on these Christmas Day games, man. This is tough. I gotta go. I'm thinking about it all over. I'm thinking about the quality of the game, what's going to be talked about the most, and what's going to get the highest ratings. So that's why I don't care about any of that stuff. And Milwaukee. Good games. I'm thinking about the business end. I'm thinking about all the money that's going to generate. Why?
You don't make anything from it. Who gives a shit?
Hey,
you don't make any money from it.
You don't know. I can go on the stock market today and buy some shares into the NBA. You don't know.
Is NBA a publicly traded company? Can you?
Are they?
NBA's not a publicly traded company. What the fuck are you talking about, SP3? You can't have any. It's not public at all. You can't just buy shares in the NBA or any of these teams.
Well, all I know is that Boston and Milwaukee are third. Who you got second?
Grizzlies and Warriors. This is a good game. This is a really good game. Grizzly, I like Ja. I'm worried about the Grizzlies that it was just kind of a 1-year thing. And I'm not saying they're going to be bad this year. I don't know if they're going to be as good as they were. Jaren Jackson's going to miss some time. They didn't do much in the offseason, which is fine. They're banking on a lot of internal improvement, which I don't blame them. Warriors are the Warriors. They're defending champs. They're going to be great once again. It should be a very good game. I can't get my head around Memphis being this top dog team for some reason. And that's on me. They were the second best team in the West last year. They got very good play. I love Ja Morant. I'm putting it second. I say all this and I'm still putting it second because it's a great game. And Ja Morant is an absolute star, and I want to watch him on Christmas Day. Memphis, such a weird team to me to be the Memphis Grizzlies are a top tier team. Just feels weird, but it's true. There's no doubt that is not true. So that's my second. Warriors and Grizzlies.
I don't know, man. I don't think they're going to be as high up in the standings as they were this year. The competition,
I'd be shocked.
And the teams have gotten way better in the West. So I don't think as many of the teams are going to be as bad as they were this past season.
Have the teams who's gotten better in the West? Legitimately better. The Clippers got healthy. They're going to get healthy. They haven't done much to get. Unless you think
they got John Wall. They got John Wall.
John Wall hasn't played basketball in 2 years. I don't know how good John Wall is at this point. They're better because they're going to get healthy. Kawhi's going to play. Paul George is going to play. John Wall is nice. The Clippers definitely are better, assuming they're healthy. There's also the possibility that everybody just gets hurt again because all of these guys get hurt. But I'll give you the Clippers. They got better, sure. Who else got better?
New Orleans.
They didn't assuming Zion's healthy, yes. They got better.
That's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming Zion's healthy.
I'm not assuming any of these dudes are healthy at this point. These guys, their injury history, I ain't assuming none of these dudes are healthy.
That's fair.
All right, New Orleans got a little bit better.
Timberwolves for next year.
Timberwolves
for next year. Not long term. Yeah. Not long term, but next year, they're better.
Timberwolves legitimately got better. And it's not based on health. They actually made moves that made them better. So yeah, I'll give you that one. Utah got worse, though. Utah got worse.
Yeah. Utah
looks like
I don't see Utah making the playoffs. I don't see Utah making the playoffs. Maybe
I think
a play-in
Dallas.
team, but
I think Dallas got worse. Honestly, like
I'm
not the biggest.
Losing Brunson. Yeah, losing Brunson is tough.
I'm not the biggest Jalen Brunson fan, but like you're still taking away a very good score. Maybe Tim Hardaway Jr. being healthy helps them. Luka, if he shows up in shape early, will definitely be good. But I think Dallas got a little bit worse. Who else got better?
Nuggets, because it's a lot of these are because of health. It's because of health.
It is. You're right. You're right. I get my issue, and this is completely on me, is like I don't buy that any of these guys are healthy until I see them play basketball. And that's gonna like once the preseason starts and I see them on the floor, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, these teams are actually better. Like I'm so caught up in like sort of what I know from last season when all these guys were just like injured, like really injured, that I have a hard time just being like, oh yeah, the Nuggets, they definitely got better. But yeah, these teams are getting healthy, and hopefully they stay healthy, and we do see them at actual peak of their powers. Glad you didn't mention the Lakers. They didn't get better. They might get healthy-ish, but like that team still sucks. And LeBron's older.
It doesn't suck. It doesn't suck. Russell Westbrook, your favorite player, he sucks.
LeBron's older. He's not my favorite player now.
The Lakers don't suck.
They're kind of bad.
We'll see.
They're not good. They're not good. SP3.
We'll see.
They
might go down as the most improved team in the NBA.
Why? Because they went from the 10th seed to the 11th seed, not even the 10th seed.
Yeah, they're going from the 11th seed to at least spoiler alert for our NBA preview. No, 6th seed. They'll be in the playoffs.
Wow.
Not even playing.
Wow.
6th seed.
Yeah, I read this. So the Chris Haynes article about LeBron meeting, the coach is like, yeah, Westbrook's going to shoot more corner threes. Apparently he shot like a decent percentage from the corner three on like 0.2 attempts per game. So, I mean, look, they're going to leave him open. He'll get that shot all day. You know, if he makes it, good on him. But they'll give him that shot. That's for sure. If your offense is just Russell Westbrook corner threes, you laugh so much. Yeah, Russ standing in the corner, jacking off these threes. Man, the Lakers. Top 5 MVP candidate, Anthony Davis. All right, what's number 2 for you?
Top 5. Remember this, what was it? The 6th seed this year. 6th seed this year won the MVP. That was based on what Jeremy said. And that's what's going to happen this year. Top 5 will be a 6th seed. Number 2, I'm going with the Warriors and Grizzlies. I agree with you. Warriors and Grizzlies.
You're putting Lakers and Mavericks at number 1. This is the worst
in the playoffs.
I've ever heard.
I've been loving the trash talk between the two teams. Ja Morant versus Steph Curry is the second best matchup out of these Christmas Day games. I really want to see it. I've been loving the trash talk between the teams ever since.
This is awful. Absolutely awful that he puts Lakers and Mavericks number 1 because he's so biased towards the Lakers and he wants his point of this is the best matchup, LeBron and Luka. He wants us proven so much. This is awful. Number 1 is Bucks and Celtics because it's 2 actual good teams with plenty of star power and Giannis, Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant, Chris Middleton playing in this game right here. This is going to be a great game between 2 great teams with plenty of great players. This is number 1. Any other choice is wrong, especially Luka and wash LeBron.
Your bias against the Lakers is just ridiculous.
I'm biased against the Lakers. I'm biased.
I mean, I put Bucks versus Celtics in the top 3. I put it in the top 3. I put it in the top 3. I just
There's
like the personal
5 games,
rivalry.
SP3.
I love the personal rivalry of the Grizzlies and the Warriors. No offense to them, but there's
not a rivalry between the Bucks and the Celtics. They play each other in the playoffs.
I don't hear enough trash talking. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for the trash.
Oh, sorry that we have 2 respectable teams with really good players and really great teams that don't need to trash talk their way to make up for the fact that the games aren't very good.
You know what?
Sorry.
I agree with you. That's why the Grizzlies and the Warriors will be number 3, and Boston and Milwaukee, I'll move them up to second place. There you go. There you go. They swap spots. You convinced me.
This just
Your
goes to
argument.
show. This just goes to show SP3 is a flip flopper and will change his opinions.
No. I'm not changing my opinion. I'm just changing the placing because I'm giving you credit. I'm saying you had a compelling argument of why Boston and Milwaukee should be number 2. They are number 2. Number 2. You convinced me. I am nothing but fair and unbiased, and that's why the number one Christmas Day game to watch. It'll be number 1 in the ratings. It'll be number 1 most talked about, and it'll be the best game. It'll go down to the wire because you have 2 of the best players in the NBA going at it. It's the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Dallas Mavericks. Despite everything that Jeremy tried to say about the Los Angeles Lakers, what's going to be in the prime position? The prime position on Christmas Day is the middle game because the middle game is always the most watched. What's going to be in the prime position? LeBron versus Luka. That's the game to watch. That's the game everybody wants to see. The Los Angeles Lakers going to Dallas to verse the next year's the 2023 NBA MVP versus the 4-time NBA MVP LeBron James. It's going to be a great game.
It's not the middle game.
What is it? What time does it start?
This is the second to last game, which I assume is like the 8 o'clock game.
That's prime time.
That's not the middle game, though. You said the prime position is the middle game.
Prime time.
You said the middle game is the prime position. This isn't the middle game.
Prime time. I meant prime time. Excuse me. I misspoke. I meant prime time. Prime time. That's what it's in because they all know that everybody's going to be done with all the family time. All the gifts going to be open. You're going to be done with dinner. And then everybody's going to be at their TV to watch LeBron James versus Luka Doncic. Going to be watching the 2 best players going at it one-on-one down the stretch. It's going to be down to the wire. And LeBron James with the last second shot is going to win the game for the Los Angeles Lakers in Dallas, Texas. They know. Excuse me. I misspoke. I thought it was going to be the middle game, but prime time's even better. Like I said, it just makes more sense that more people are going to watch this game because they're going to be done with all the Christmas festivities by 8 p.m. Smart booking by NBA. Smart booking.
I actually do believe I'm with you that the 8 p.m. primetime game is technically the best matchup, or not the best matchup, but the primetime game. That's the game they want the most eyes on and everything. That's why they have LeBron James there. It's not the middle game, though. The middle game is the Suns and the Nuggets, which to you is the worst.
A dummy. Excuse me. I just gave the NBA credit to put that game in the middle. What are they, dumb?
Everyone gather around the television at 8 o'clock where you can watch 50-year-old LeBron James on one channel, or you can flip over to another channel and watch 50-year-old Tom Brady play football if you would like. Because that's what they're up against, SP3. The Lakers, your precious Lakers and their big ratings, they're going up against Brady. One GOAT, an actual GOAT, against the second best player of all time. I don't know if it's going to do these big numbers that you're expecting when they're going up against old Thomas Brady there on the football.
Ridiculous.
It's got nothing.
It's ridiculous.
Nothing. Speaking of football, Caden's here. I don't know why Caden's here. Caden, what do you want?
I'm here to talk about football.
What?
Well, we got preseason. That just started. It's very, very interesting. I want to quickly talk about my Texas boy, Sam Ehlinger. Sam Ehlinger. He's the backup in Indianapolis. He came out of Texas. He's a very good player. I think he was
Caden is out here talking about the backup quarterbacks for the Indianapolis Colts. What does this show become? Why?
He had a very good game with the Colts. He played for, I think, half of the game on their preseason game on Saturday. Went like 11 for 13. Just killed it. He had a really good time. I wanted to shout him out.
He had a really good time.
Yeah, he played well. He played really well.
Having fun. Just preseason football. Having a good time with preseason football.
Not even he had a really good game.
Look, there's another quarterback. Look, there's another quarterback who did not have a good time in his preseason football, and we're not going to mention him.
Who? No, who?
I'm not saying his name.
Carson Wentz? I don't know who these quarterbacks are.
The guy who shouldn't be able to play in the league.
Deshaun Watson?
Yeah, we're not saying. Don't say his name.
I didn't know who you were talking about. Okay,
exactly. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Know who you were talking about.
You couldn't even allude to what he did. So people know what you're talking about.
You could just say like the Browns quarterback.
Yeah,
like they have like 50 The Browns have 50 quarterbacks.
They got one that anybody talks about. You know who has the best quarterback? Baker Mayfield, my guy. He's leading the Panthers to the ship, which I don't watch preseason football. Okay, I think preseason football is legitimately the worst thing in the world. Like it's just, it's kind of awful. But I'm glad the Colts' second string quarterback had a good time for your team there, Caden. Is this
not even a good game? He had a good time.
Is this what the show is delved into? Anything else? I'm gonna put you on actual clock from now
on. We got 2 weeks until college football starts. We haven't really seen anything new over there, but preseason started.
Football.
We got something going on.
I don't watch college football. I can't do it.
College football is I love college football. I'm very much looking forward to UT versus Alabama, and it's interesting right now. We're seeing a little bit of development.
It's the worst segment we've ever done.
I thought I had more to talk about for football, and then I realized it's really
Caden. No. Listen, you cannot come on here and be like, I thought I had more to talk about when your lead topic was the Colts backup quarterback. Okay? You can't say like, I thought I had more. This was your lead topic. All right? You didn't have anything to start with if that's your lead topic. So you can't say you thought you had more when your lead topic was the Colts backup quarterback. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not, Caden.
This is the best. This is the best Caden segment we have ever done. He made me laugh so much. He said he had a good time. Not even a good game. He
did have a good game. He had a good time. He had a good game. Isn't that all that matters? That the players are having good times. That's all that should matter.
Fun,
as long as they're having fun.
Out there just getting concussions, having a good time. It's great. Do you have anything else to talk about?
Like he was talking about the little giants. Like, Icebox had a good time.
Do you have anything else? Cole says he's the third string quarterback. Yeah, which is probably true because the backup in the preseason, usually the starter doesn't play. You really had no topics,
like
Caden.
I have my UT shirt on to support my UT boy, Sam
Texas
Ellinger.
Is back, I've heard.
Texas, we got Quinn Ewers. We got Arch Manning.
Good for them. These guys don't get paid anything. Who is your NFL team?
They do get paid. They have NIL.
Who's your NFL team, Caden?
Buccaneers.
Oh, it would be.
They're the closest team to me.
Are you going to watch the Lakers and the Mavericks or the Bucks and the Cardinals at 8 p.m. Eastern on Christmas Day?
Where are the games at?
What do you mean, where are they at? Who cares where they're at? I'm just asking what you're watching.
Well, it depends on if I go. I might go to one of them depending on where they're at.
I know. Who cares if you're not going to either of them? I'm just asking.
I'll watch the Bucks game.
Okay.
Brady versus Kyler Murray is better than the Mavericks. I don't care about the Lakers. I don't.
True. Yeah,
Lakers
Get him out of
suck.
here! Why are we wasting our time here?
The Lakers
Why are we
are
wasting our
terrible.
time
They're
here?
not a good team.
And
They're
this guy gonna comment flip flop in the chat.
Bucks,
He was
the
all
Bucks have
he was
one
all
50-year-old. The Lakers have 15 50-year-olds.
he was all oh let's go the alliance to end SP3 Mania. And then when you eliminated him from pillar to post, he's messaging me occupy pillar to post. He's a flip flopper. Why are we wasting time here?
I end SP.
I'll show you the
SP3
message.
Mania and I occupy pillar to post. I do both of them.
I'm sending you the screenshot.
This is why I drafted Caden though, because we could just throw him into elimination very quickly. So
I am good at math, Jeremy. I am good at math.
Oh, that's good. We definitely need that. So that's good. No, but they like look, I drafted pawns for my team. I'm not gonna lie about it. I drafted some pawns so I could just throw them into elimination and protect myself. Caden's a pawn in my game. I was smart with how I drafted.
Look at that. Look at that, Caden. He's already throwing you under the bus.
Yeah. I think I said this last week.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I said it last week. I drafted good people. Caden is smart. He's ambitious.
He can throw me under the bus. I'm just gonna end up winning the elimination games.
That's fine.
I just sent you the screenshot. Just sent you the screenshot.
I end SP3 Mania and I occupy pillar to post. I do both at the same time.
We're gonna have.
You ain't doing nothing because I'm not letting you.
All right, shut up. I want to announce my math competition that we're gonna have on this show between Caden and SP3 next week. Everybody, the math showdown between Caden and SP3. All right, get ready. You got a week to prepare for the mathematician showdown. Okay.
No, move it a week. Move it a week.
Why? I
have to move next Monday.
He's not ready.
I'm not gonna have a place. I'm gonna be in a hotel.
Well, you can do it from your hotel.
Fine, I'll figure it out.
Hotel Wi-Fi.
And I'm gonna win the elimination. He's not even ready for the elimination. He's like, can we do the elimination?
I'll find a place. I'll go onto campus if I have to.
There we go.
Can y'all vote me into elimination next week? No, there's an elimination tonight. We need one for this episode, Caden. That's what TJ's gonna tell you.
Get ready. Math showdown. SP3 against Caden next week here on FMC. Can't wait. Caden, do you have anything else to say about fourth string quarterbacks in the NFL who aren't going to see a down in the regular season?
Look, you never know. He might see it down because I don't even know who the.
Great job, Caden. That was the best segment you've ever done. He's backstage and he's yelling at me. What?
I have things to plug.
Why do you have to plug? You never have anything to plug. What are you plugging?
I actually have things to plug this time.
Fine. What?
I am going to be doing actual things on my channel hopefully this week. So go over to 10 Count Wrestling on YouTube and check that out. I'm thinking about doing some watch-alongs to different shows and having a good old time over there.
Have a good time like the Colts' third string quarterback.
That's all that matters is that they have fun.
YouTube channel. Thank you, Caden. Get ready for the math showdown. Don't let the team down, Caden. Don't do it. All right? Bye.
We need a Caden t-shirt. He had a good time.
He had a good time. Oh, man. That was tremendous. Caden's great. I fuck with him on this show because, that's my gimmick. But I hope Caden knows. I always like to say, I hope these people know that I like them. I feel like everybody just thinks I hate them. But no, I love Caden. He's great. That was a tremendous.
He's hilarious. That was great. He legit broke me for a minute there. I had to mute myself because I was legit crying.
He came in here and he said, I thought I had more to talk about. And his lead topic was the Colts' third string quarterback.
He said he had a good time, not even a good
He had a good time. He had a good time out there, tossing the football to his friends, just having a good time.
Who cares if we won? Who cares if he had good stats? He had a good time.
Had a good time. Yeah. Let's quickly talk about the challenge SP3. We're 2 weeks behind because we did our draft last week. I got to pull up our draft board here. So everyone, I feel like my team's still not doing well. But I guess we'll find out for certain here in a second. Where the fuck is it? I have so many Word documents open, which isn't great. Okay, here we go.
Yes.
All right, share, not Delaware, share screen. That's what I would like to do. All right, window, challenge draft, bang. There we go. All right, so we got this up.
All right.
So again, we're 2 weeks behind. So 2 weeks ago, big time show. 2 weeks ago, SP3.
Yes.
Because once again, Tyson wins. Tyson was teaming with Cachet, and Tyson wins.
What a
again.
win!
Yeah.
What a win! He was in last place through the first lap of that swimming challenge, and he had a partner that didn't know how to swim. All she was doing was on her back, just kicking, and he literally carried her to not only place in the top portion of the whole thing. He won. He won. He got there fourth. He got there fourth behind 3 other teams and still won the whole entire challenge.
Tyson and Cachet won. They threw in Leo and Sarah against Ozza and Cinco. And Sarah and Leo not happy about this. They weren't happy. They were mad. They were coming after Tyson if they won. And Leo and Sarah won. And Sarah is doing this like eating and making all these eat like a chicken wing, chicken leg out there. Like I was a little petrified, honestly.
That was one of the most cringiest celebrations since bad. Laurel thought she won against Ninja in War of the Warriors
on the way down and everything.
Yeah.
That's all. Like, look, tell them to suck it. Not bad. Like, come on now. We were all doing crotch chops at our age. We're all doing that shit, right? So like, if she's doing that on the way down, like that's fine. But you lost. Like, you didn't actually win. So that's a little bit there. At least Sarah won. Just the celebration was bad. All right, it was very bad.
I understood why she was so upset, because we did see in the show that Tyson legitimately told her, like, he was basically interrogating her on if Ben had his back. And then he, like, she basically told him, like, no, of course he has your back. We're all Survivor. If you have our back, we have yours. And he turned around and voted her in. So it was like, damn, that was a snaky type move. Leo, on the other hand, this dude was like, I thought of you like a brother, man. Like, what? We haven't even seen y'all, communicate with one another. What are you talking about?
So Ozza and Cinco eliminated. SP3, you had Cinco. He's gone.
And I had Ozza. Ozza was my first overall pick.
Ozza was your first pick. Oh, man. So we've all lost our first picks. Like,
yeah. We
all went the Big Brother 23 route, and we all lost our first picks. What can you do? So they're gone.
You and Cher are looking in good shape, because you have Angela and Cher has Tyson.
I knew Angela would be fairly decent. She was good on Big Brother. Cher just picked Tyson just because he was there. She had no rhyme or reason. She just picked Tyson. Because you know who she got stuck with nearly, who she didn't want, was David. And then David's winning challenges. David's winning dailies. Him and Desi won the most recent episode. They won that daily challenge. I mean, David's winning eliminations. He took out Xavier. He took out my top pick. And then he's winning daily challenges. David's here. You got a good pick with David.
I don't know. What a sleeper pick. What a sleeper pick on my end.
Cher buried him the entire time. And then look at him. Look how well he's doing.
But Cher's got Justine, who's been very surprising how good. She's been the best Love Island player on this season.
So David and Desi win the most recent one. Speaking of Justine, her and Enzo did finish last on this challenge, where you had to like memorize some symbols on containers and put them in order is basically what it was. That was the gist of it. And then they go to
we just buried Cher for her critiques of David, but I will say she did warn me that Enzo is so old and he was really bad and he didn't want to jump. That's the whole reason they went into the elimination, because Tyson and Kira looked like they were going to go into the elimination because they got disqualified because Kira was sick and then she fell into the water and couldn't get back up. And all Enzo had to do was jump and he couldn't do it.
He couldn't, and so he ended up being Sarah. So after the last episode where Sarah is like, I'm targeting Tyson. Unfortunately, we did not get any type of payoff in this episode. Fortunately, Sarah's still around, Tyson's still around. We're building towards it. I feel like this was a nice little come down episode after the last one, which I thought like episode 5 was very good. Episode 6 was a little bit of a come down because Derek and Shannon get thrown in by day. Shannon's got an injury. Like she announces to everybody, like I pulled something in the challenge, and it's like, well, you're fucked. You're getting thrown in immediately. Like you just tell people you have an injury, they ain't gonna spare you. They're just like, all right, go get in there. And then Derek, who tried to be friends with David, and David's like, yeah, you're kind of just useless, and so just threw them in there. You're speaking about it off air. So the point of this is like you had to take like the tires and then stack them up. But before you did all of that, the elimination, before you did all that, like you had to spell words backwards, and you're like, this spelling part was stupid.
It was so stupid because they just told them the elimination, and they were just like, oh, you know what? No, that's not the only thing you're going to do. You're going to do spelling. And all they did was one word. They all had to spell one word backwards. Yeah. That's it. And then the whole elimination was called Spelling Eve. And usually with their elimination or challenge names, they like to incorporate everything in it. But literally, they named it after the first portion, which really didn't even play off as a factor. Like, Justine got the word wrong, so the other team had 5 less tires, but it really didn't even come down to how many tires you had. It came down to how you stacked the tires.
Yeah. It was pretty stupid. It just felt like, oh, this challenge seems like it's too short. Let's add some spelling to it to try to prolong it and make it a little bit more, give somebody a potential advantage if they spell a word wrong. It should have factored in more. Maybe do something like, I mean, I don't even know. I think spelling words backwards is kind of stupid really in the first place. But maybe a time advantage, like removing tires is one thing, but a time advantage, or just do more words. Like have everybody do 2, or like if you spell it wrong or if you spell it right, you get to go, and if you spell it wrong, you don't get to go. Like just something there. They could have done it better. But Derek and Shannon lost. I had Derek. He's out. Cher had Shannon. She's out. So that's what we're standing. So I got, let's see. I've got 1, 2, I'm doing 2, 3, 4 players left. SP3, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Cher has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Of course she is.
Cher's looking like she's a winner right now because Tyson's been by far hands down the best player.
I feel good about Angela. I don't know like what kind of like males I have left. I don't know if I have like any. Like I'm just banking on. I have Danny. Who the fuck is Danny?
He's the one that, he's like the most, every time I see him for a confessional, I was like, oh, here we go. We're going to hear about his wife, Kiki.
Oh, yeah, his wife. Yeah. That guy.
It was like, my wife Kiki made me jump off a rock when we went on vacation in Hawaii. So I just wanted to thank my wife, Kiki. It's not even that he mentions her every single time, which he does. It's the amount of times he mentions her in one confessional sitting. Like he'll say, my wife Kiki, and then he'll end the sentence with my wife Kiki.
I feel good. My female side is looking strong. I mean, I got Angela, I got Cachet, I got Kayla. These are all females. And Alyssa. Yeah. I got 4 out of my 5 are females. Males, I'm pretty much cooked on. Like Danny ain't fucking winning this thing. But females, I'm okay. I got 4. I'm okay there. I would rather have like a strong one side with 4 females than kind of a mix. But I'm not feeling bad. My female side's looking good. I'm not feeling bad about it.
My strongest male right now is Kylan, since he's won 2 of the challenges, and then my strongest female I would probably say is Sarah. Because she won that.
That's the only female you have left, isn't it?
Yeah, no. I'm like bare bones on the female head.
Yeah.
So,
so
Sarah,
you've got
at least she won elimination. She won elimination.
Sure. So you've got one female left. How many females does Cher have left? She has Desi, Justine, and Kai. She still has some females left too. All right, I need some of y'all's females to go away, so I could just outright win the female side. I'll be happy with that. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about the female side though. Feeling good about that.
That's good.
All right.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah, this week was more of a come down episode, but it looks like it's gonna pick back up this week.
They're building towards the Tyson show. At some point, like Tyson's gonna go into elimination or something. It's gonna be great. I don't watch the previews. Nobody tell me anything about the previews. I get agitated when that's spoiled. I don't want to know the previews. Don't tell me about that shit. Okay,
That's fair.
I don't want to know.
That's fair.
All right, SP3. Anything else you want to talk about? Wrap up.
Oh
here.
well, we didn't talk about it because we had our fantasy draft last week. But the winners of Love Island was Ekinsu and Davide, one of the greatest couples in reality television history. With Davide with one of the greatest quotes in reality television history when Ekinsu made out with Jay when they were first together by sneaking onto the terrace, and then she didn't want to tell Davide about it, and he said, "You're a liar, an actress, get the fuck out." One of the greatest quotes in reality television history. They won, and not only did they win, they apparently now are going to have their own show on ITV. This is how good this couple is. They're getting their own show on ITV where they're going on because Ekinsu is from Turkey. So they're going to Turkey and they're going to do 1 week in Italy because Davide is the Italian stallion. So they get in their own reality show. That's how epic this couple is. And they won the vote. It was between them and three other teams. You want to know how much percentage they had of the vote?
I do.
63%. They literally had more than all other three teams combined.
Yeah, it sounds like they completely cleaned up.
They cleaned house. Ekinsu and Davide, one of the greatest couples in reality television history. Love Island season 8, one of the best seasons of reality television that I've ever seen. It's actually made me go out and watch Love Island USA. Out here, they only have, I think, season 2. They don't have season 1, but I've been watching season 2 that actually has Justine on it and Selly that was on the Challenge USA, and they have this chick who legitimately looks like Mandy Rose with blonde hair. Her name's Mackenzie. Oh my god! Like, look her up. Mackenzie from Love Island USA season 2. She legitimately looks like a skinny Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose without the muscle definition, like legitimately. So,
oh yeah, I see it.
You immediately because my business was just like, who does she look like? And I said that, and she was like, oh my gosh, she really does though. I was like, yes. She is the worst on this show. I will say that she is the worst. It's really bad. But I'm actually into the Love Island verse now. I'm gonna finish watching USA season 1. I'll get into USA season 3, and then maybe by the time I get back to America, I can get into the current season that's going on. So I'm inversed into the Love Island verse.
We started the current season that's like airing on like Peacock. We started that, and I think we got like 1 or 2 episodes in. Then we just go back and watch shit we've seen a million times because that's just the easier thing to do for us. Maybe we'll pick back up the Love Island because I want to like try. The USA season just ain't quite as good, but you got to give it some time because the first episode is all like introductions and all this stuff. Like you gotta give it a few episodes. So I'm gonna try to maybe talk the fiance back into watching some of this.
And I did not realize that Jeremiah, that I think was in season 37 of the challenge, this dude was like eliminated 6 episodes in on Love Island USA season 2. I was like, how the hell did he get on the challenge? You gotta at least like do good on your season of reality television that you did.
They don't care. They're just picking people from these CBS shows, what used to be CBS shows. Now it's on Peacock. They're just picking people at this point. Like that's why That's why I like the Challenge USA. At least they're being honest about people they're picking. It's like, all right, yeah, here we go. When they tried to put these people on main challenge, it's like, I don't want these Love Island people who weren't around for but a cup of coffee on my main season challenge. Get out of here.
Well, to be fair, one of the best like new players of like the last 5 seasons of the challenge was Theo, and Theo was from Love Island.
Sure. I don't remember Theo. Am I just
you don't remember Theo? He was second place in War of the Worlds 1. He was the tall black dude that went out with Cam.
Oh, okay. I remember Theo now that you say that. But look, man, a lot of challenge going on. I can't remember all these names, these new people. Sure. Old school. Just give me the people that I know. That's all I care about.
Hey, I love watching these seasons back though. Like I realized that Kells came from Too Hot to Handle. That made me more invested in Kells from, even though he didn't last too long, in season 37.
All right, SP3. Anything you'd like to plug?
Well, follow me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3. We got a new episode of True Rewind, most likely dropping this week. We reviewed Monday Night Raw and WCW Nitro to 1996, September 16th, 1996. So the go-home show to Mind Games. WCW is coming off the heels of Fall Brawl 1996. So check that out. That'll be on Fightful Overbooked. But I also wanted to tell you, Jeremy, my Occupy Pillar to Post movement, I have some terms because I know I looked at the numbers. You know, I'm a numbers guy. I'm a mathematician.
You're a mathematician, apparently.
Yeah, I'm a mathematician that we found out on this episode here. I looked at the numbers, and even, you know, I do include last week because you did air my promo, my Occupy Pillar to Post, and I realized that every week you've had me on for the last 5 weeks, we've done over 1,000 views. So I'm the draw of Pillar to Post. I'm really like, if it's not you, because you're like the Triple H Vince McMahon of Pillar to Post, I'm your top star. So I do realize that you do need me on the show. So I have some terms. My lawyer have sent it in email, but I'll say it here for the people watching. If you want me to return to Pillar to Post, I need not only the paper champion, Connor Casey, aka Damian Powers from season 1 of Love Is Blind. I need the real world champion, Alex McCarthy, my good brother, my UK brother, my brother from an Irish mother. I need them both on the show, back on the show, and I need you to play fair. Give me a chance to win. You don't give me a chance to win. You've literally screwed me over and gave my points to somebody else. You've got me. I had the most points, got to the final round, and you changed the rules of the final round on me. Give me a chance. Give me a chance. Give SP3 a chance. The give SP3 a chance movement has begun. So those are my terms to return to Pillar to Post.
Right, listen, SP3. You know, despite this rivalry that we have, I do like you. So I do a million shows with you. That's why I always want you on these shows. I can't. You have to talk to Alex McCarthy because I ask him and he don't show up. Okay, I've asked him plenty of times. This is not my fault that your friend Alex McCarthy doesn't show up on these shows. I'd love to have Alex McCarthy on. I'd love to have you and Alex McCarthy and Connor Casey on. I've been trying to set this up for weeks, a month even. I've been trying to set this up forever. I can't help it if Alex McCarthy is being a little bitch and a coward and ducking Connor Casey, the champion. That's not my fault. So how about
he's not ducking? He's not ducking anyone. He has literally said, he said it on air with me on Monday Night Live. That will be live today, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. UK, over on the ITR Clips YouTube channel. He said to me, he is not coming back until you give me a chance. You give me a chance to win, and he will return.
I will give you a chance to win. I've given you chances. I can't help it that you can't name a tampon brand. That's not my fault. That's not my fault at all.
You've literally done like 20 episodes of this thing where it's 3 rounds in the final round. I was watching last week. You did 3 rounds then. You didn't change the rules on the fly because someone didn't know a tampon brand. Like, this ridiculous.
Because they knew they stuck to what was going on. They stuck to what was going on. I didn't ask them for something and then they gave me a completely different answer. I didn't do that. If they did, I would have been like, no, we're not doing that. I was about to do that. I was about to do that to Greg Cherry if he didn't give me a trade. But he corrected himself and gave me the full-on trade. So just to let you know, I was going to do it.
So you gave him another chance. I
didn't give him another chance. I let him finish. Because I was worried that he's like, Greg, this isn't a trade. What are you doing? But then he gave me an actual trade. I didn't give him another chance. He understood the terms and the rules. You apparently didn't, where you didn't give me a brand. You just said tampon. That's not a brand.
You know there are brands that are just generic that are called tampons. You know that, right?
It's over. Let it go.
That's it. I was right. At the end of the day, I was right.
Let it go, dog. It's over. All right. We will have a new episode of Pillar to Post tomorrow. Who's going to be on it? I don't fucking know. I will tell you this, everybody. I have asked Alex McCarthy. I've always asked Alex McCarthy. If he doesn't show up, it's on him. Will SP3 be on it? I don't know. Apparently not if Alex McCarthy isn't there. But if Alex McCarthy is there, SP3 will be there. I can guarantee you Connor Casey will be there because Connor actually shows up for these things. Who else is going to be there? Maybe other people have terms and conditions. I have no idea at this point. The show is off the rails. I don't have any control over it, apparently. I got contract demands, got unhappiness, got people throwing title belts onto office desk, walking out unhappy with things, letting down the Pillar to Post universe out here. I don't get it, right? I don't get it. I'm going to fine and suspend everybody. I'm having to budget cut a bunch of people. Can't afford to bring in John Alba because of budget cuts. There's all these demands from people. I understand what you go through, Tony Khan, trying to make all these people happy. These ingrateful people. I'm trying to give them an opportunity and a chance. And they're like, I don't want to be on, I want more TV time. Why do you keep pushing Connor Casey? Connor Casey keeps winning. All right.
I'm gonna go like a tweet that says I was better on Around the Horn than I was on Pillar to
Post. Thanks everybody for joining us. We'll be back next week with a math showdown between SP3 and Caden. My God. Everyone have a good week. Bye. Bye.